Good morning, good morning. So it's Saturday morning, like 9 a.m. It's pretty early. No, I know a lot of people probably still in the bed right now, but I'm up being intentional, staying disciplined, staying consistent, journaling, doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing as a trader. So right now, look, I'm in this trade right now. If y'all can see it. We got a little weekend play, XRP. We almost at TP1. But man, I just thank God for the skill set, and I can't even sleep. Like, I can't sleep in anymore because elevation is just constantly on my mind. So I am up, I'm at it, and I'm just about to get my day started. So I'm gonna show y'all, I'm gonna break down this trade too, why I took it, you know what I'm saying? My 5 steps, all of that good stuff. Because if there's no confirmation for me, there's no entry. What's going on? So look, I finally made it back home, and I just wanted to show y'all why I took this buy on XRP. Now, before Friday, I was catching all of the sales. Like, if you can see this trend line here, we was respecting this trend line. Now, you know, for to make a trend line, you have to have at least 2 touches. So we have a touch here, price push down. We had a touch here, price push down. And then I ended up drawing a new trend line. If you drop down to the lower time frame here, like, y'all, I have all kind of trend lines on my chart, if you can see, because they all tell a story. So right here, I was catching all of these sales. Like, we had this high, we came down to this support, and then we had this lower high because we did not break above this high. So we made a lower high in the market, and then we pushed down, we made a lower low. We did not break above this lower low here. We stayed below, so we made a lower low. We made a lower high. Now I was catching all of these sales, and if you can see, if you know market structure, we broke structure here. I have my breaker structure line here. Price came back here to retest this breaker structure. And it's also, it's multiple confluences, because we're also at this, what was support, now resistance. And we have a trend line here. So we came, made this lower high here, broke structure again. Boom. It's the same thing, like rinse and repeat over and over and over until you finally break structure here. And I didn't even mean to do that. Break structure there, but then we ended up breaking structure again, which could have been like a fake out. A fake out. And so once, you know what I'm saying, I stayed patient, because once I saw this and then I saw this, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying, the market doesn't know what it wants to do or whatever the case may be. So I stayed patient, I stayed on my hands, and then we ended up just creating structure here. And once we got this break above this breaker structure and we broke this trend line, this is where I started to pay attention to the market and ended up marking my chart. So once we broke structure here to the upside, and this is where I got cooked, because I ended up placing a sale here, and I was in profit for a little bit on, when was this? Thursday. And when Trump released that news, when was this? Around like, yeah, it was around like 2 p.m. We got that huge push up. It stopped me out. So once I saw that we broke structure, I ended up putting my fib from point A, from this low, to point B, this high right here. And I saw that we came, and I ended up creating this small support here, because I saw that price was, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't going below this. Now, so once I saw that, I dropped down to my 15-minute, and then I ended up looking for my entry, which was right here. So I said, okay, if I get a candle to close, and this is my variation line, if I can get a candle to close above this entry variation line, I'm getting in for buys. And when I say get a candle to close above it. Like, don't get in when we're still counting down over here and the candle hasn't closed fully, because we can, you know what I'm saying, price can always fluctuate. We can always come back under this line. So I'll wait for a candle to close above this line, to close above this bearish full candle right here. And then I got in for my buys, and I just placed it where the previous high was, which was here, which will be my TP1. Now my TP1, let me show y'all. So my TP1 on the fib is the 0%. Boom. And then my TP2 is my negative 27.8. And my TP3 is the negative 61.8. So I always target, I've learned now, look, it took me a long time to learn this, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm stubborn. And look, it was God. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm spiritual. It was God. Like, it's either you do it this way or you just keep feeling it trading. So I ended up, like, look at price. Where will you want to put your TP? You know what I'm saying? Price has came here multiple times. So I put my TP1 here. And you know what I'm saying, we hit it. And then that was that on, when was this? That was Friday. And then I also caught this buy right here. So once I saw we got this push up, I had two positions. So I entered here, and then I also entered again over here when we got another entry variation. We got another entry variation right here. Boom. So this was my second position, and then it smacked again. And the first position I had my TP set, the second position I didn't, because I said, you know what I'm saying, if it goes, I'm just gonna let it run. So I let it run, and then I placed like my stop loss on a lower time frame. It was like somewhere in here below the lows on the lower time frame. But anywho, so those two smacked, and then I saw that we started making this. Let me delete this so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So I saw that price came down here like multiple times. Like, we keep respecting this support right here. We keep bouncing off. Every time we hit it, we bounce up, bounce up, bounce up. You know what I'm saying? Bounce up. And then we started making this formation right here, which is a pennant. Now, I know that every time we start creating this shape right here, if we break above, we're looking for buys. If we break below, we're looking for sales. And that's just from experience of always being on the chart, like chart time. Chart time is very important. Stay on your charts. Like, know what you're looking for. Marry your pair. Whatever pair you're trading, make sure you know it like the back of your hand. So I drew this out, and then once I saw price, you know what I'm saying, break above, and then we came back and we also respected this trend line that I have drawn here. I ended up getting in, I want to say I had ended up dropping down to my 5 minute on this one. Now, I don't go no lower than the 5 minute, but I ended up dropping down to my 5 minute to get an entry. I'm going to say it was right here. This was my entry. I want to say it was right here. So this was my entry variation line. And then once I got a candle to close above, let's go back. I can't. Once we got a candle to close above there, this is what it looked like. So boom. And then I was taking it back to this previous high where the market had been previously, and I put my stop loss below here, below the minor support, and we smashed TP1 again. Now all I'm doing, I'm sitting on my hands right now because I'm trying to see what XRP wants to do, because we're still respecting this trend line and we're still respecting this support. So we could break above and make a new high, you know what I'm saying, break structure again, or we could break. This is my thought process. I'm just letting you know, you know what I'm saying, letting y'all know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. Boom. Or we could come here, bounce off, and continue up. So right now I'm just being patient and just sitting on my hands and letting price action tell me what it wants to do. And that's it. Like, I just wanted to show y'all my thought process behind why I took buys and why I took the sales on XRP. And that's about it. Like, I just want to bring y'all on my journey, the ups and the downs. If you gain anything from it, great. If you got any value from it, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video.